Now you know, now you know, now you know it wouldn't be me if I didn't come over here and build a Walmart. You know it wouldn't be me. Let me tell you something, Brian. I don't give a damn how you feel and what you feel. I don't regret from doing anything. Nobody is an Indian giver. Nobody said they wanted their cash apps back. We did what we did for the right reasons. But I will tell you this, I will not give you shit in the future. You understand me? You came on looking like Sappy Daddy, okay, with them steel teeth showing, tears all in your eyes, looking like you about to go and meet your maker. And folk did for you out of the bottom of their heart. So again, whatever we've done, we've done. We've done. But I tell you what, I have learned my lesson from helping you. If nothing else, oh my God, if nothing else, I have learned my lesson from you. Let me say this. Let me say this. I used to think that people were horrible about talking about you. I used to think that people were coming at you and they were mean and all of this stuff. I used to think that, but now I'm really reconsidering that. And let me tell you why I'm really reconsidering that. You don't have the intelligence or the home training to know that people were concerned about you, your fat ass, sitting up in that hospital room. People were concerned because your fat ass fell out on that concrete. And it's more concerning that you're not even listening to your doctor. And if you don't listen to your doctor, then hell, you won't listen to nobody else. That's what pisses me off. That's what pissed me off. And I'm going to leave your crazy ass alone because you're mental. And nothing you can say about me has an effect because you looking stupid. You were already told not to go back to work. You were told to take it easy. You took your fat ass right back out there and fell out. Do you understand me? You fell out because you didn't listen to the doctor's orders the first time. That's number one. Then you went to the hospital. You were up there breathing hard, looking like you was about to have a fume. That was you crying. Y'all, do what the doctors say. Do what the doctors say. And people really felt for you. They didn't want your ass to be homeless. Because you were the one who said, y'all, I don't want to be homeless again. I don't want to be homeless. You sat up there sounding like Miss Silly. That was you. I don't want to be homeless again. I don't want to be homeless again. I'm so sick. Let me tell you something. I'm so tired of you, Brian. And see, you ain't no different than some other these folk here. Now we done dealt with you when you first got your little diagnosis. You didn't think you was gonna live. You was ready to go in. You came on here with that. I done messed up, and how did I get this way? How did I get that? That was you. That was you. Folk felt some kind of way. Then you went and fell out under doctor's orders. The doctor told you not to go, and you fell out. Folk found your fat ass, according to you, laid out. And they took you back to the hospital. Folk were concerned and praying for you. And let me say this, I'm still praying for you. I'm praying that God shows you something. Because people are not going to be apt to help your fat ass because you don't even have enough sense to listen to the doctor. That's what don't get. See, this is what get me. You don't even listen to the doctor. And if you don't listen to a medical professional, like hell, will you listen to anybody else? Let me say this. You get to the point where you don't even care no more. See, when people do stuff like this, you don't care no more. I'm not asking that man to kiss nobody's butt because somebody gave him a cash app. I'm not. But at least respect the folk to at least follow the doctor's damn orders. And like I told you, I don't give a damn how you feel because you brought this on YouTube. You came here on YouTube. And my thing is, what got me is, I let you on my platform because you wanted to tell something. And you know what? And the sad part about it is I let you do it. I let you do it because I want folk to see how damn ridiculous you all are. Here you are, worried about some row y'all up here playing these games, and you have damn blood clots, getting ready to see Jesus and just worried about who you gonna pump and who you gonna hunch. That's what get me. And so again, nobody ain't asked for no damn cash apps back. That was not even the case. But I told you, you got on here, and when we found out that you left that hospital against the doctor's orders, you damn right I'm gonna talk about it. You shouldn't have even told nobody. And let me tell you something. You want people to come after you. You want people to say shit about you. You like abuse. You know why? Because you put this stuff out and you know people going to talk about it. And you damn right. I'm going to come up here. Again, I use my platform to help your fat ass because your fat ass was falling out on the concrete half dead. And what get me was I mean, you're coming on with the hospital gal, showing them teeth with them braces on there, with all of them tears welling up in your eyes. And then you were the one who said, not me, you were the one who said that y'all follow what the doctors say do. And I mean, I should have listened and all of this. And then all of a sudden now, you done checked your ass out the hospital and you thought we were going to go along with that and say, oh yeah, Brian, okay, that's great. No, it's stupidity. It's stupidity. And nobody ain't asked for a damn dime back. Nobody ain't asked for a refund back. We did it because we were concerned about your fat ass. We did it because we were concerned about your tail. That's why we did it. And you don't give a damn about nobody but you are a selfish bastard. That's exactly what you are. You are selfish as hell. And people always doing shit for you only to get shitted on. Here y'all getting ready to get a big storm coming to Houston and you pulling crap like that. And yeah, I'm going to talk about it. I don't give a damn who likes it or not. I'm going to tell it. I'm tired of it. And this is why nobody don't want to be bothered with you, Brian. Let me tell you the truth. This is why nobody don't want to be bothered with you. This junk right here. And then you don't like to take accountability. So when people hold your damn fat feet to the fire, you get mad. You get pissed off. But all I'm telling you is right. You don't have any respect for yourself or the people who did for you. And now the people who said that you was fraudulent and fake and been talking about you, they are justified because you are doing exactly what they said you were going to do. So don't get mad at Stomp Down. Stop getting mad at folk talking about it's fake because you have put yourself in a position where people think it is. And I don't give a damn if it's not real or not. You're going to have to give an account of that. But I am concerned. My big focal point, if y'all don't get nothing else out of this, the doctors told your fat ass to stay at that hospital and you got your crusty ass up and left against their orders. And you just told people, y'all need to follow the doctor's orders. And if your fat ass have to go to the hospital again, stay your ass off of YouTube because nobody ain't gonna do shit for you because you don't know how to listen. And not only do you don't know how to listen, folk are tired of folk pulling these junkie stunts, real or fake. And let me tell you something, Ro. You looking stupid at just as well as sitting up here co-signing that shit. Hold on, let me read what y'all gotta say. Because if you think you was gonna get up here and stunt, and I don't have to denigrate you. Well, I kind of did when saying your fat ass fell, but I'm real about that. Nobody don't hate you. People just hate your stupidity and what you do. And this is coming out of your mouth. You the one who telling it. So obviously you want somebody to talk about it. Yeah, he don't want to acknowledge it because he know he damn wrong. Focus on the wrong thing. And you know I was gonna be foolish and frivolous with it, but I'm sitting there thinking like, are you crazy? You about to go and meet your maker, and you worried about hunching. Your priorities are wrong. Oof. Well, somebody said that he thought it was a lot of money or something, but you got insurance. And then what get me was when Wolverine was talking about the joints. You know, it seemed like he was getting ready to go smoke a joint. Baby. And I'm not, let me say, you can get mad all you want to. I want you to start being accountable. I want you to start being concerned about your health. You ain't giving a damn about your health. Because if you was concerned about your health, your fat ass wouldn't have left that hospital. And you would have stayed in that hospital and got the treatment that you needed and let those people do what they needed to do for you. Nobody ain't asked for no refunds. The people are pissed off because, you know, you would think that he would do the right thing and listen to his damn doctors. But people are like, well, damn, if you don't care about your own health and you don't care about your own well-being and your life, then well, hell, why should I invest in you? It's just a wasted investment. That's why I look for my reward to come from Jesus. I'm telling you, because honey, these people will act like you ain't give them shit. And my thing is, if you ain't do it for yourself, at least do it for the people who care enough about you to want you not to be homeless. Folk didn't want your fat ass to be walking the street and living under a damn bridge. And what's pissing people off is you got this damn attitude like you above something. And then here come Wolverine telling you that this stuff that you plan on eating ain't even right. And you have listened to him. I thank you for coming up. You gonna do exactly what you want to do. But let me tell you something. If you go see Jesus tomorrow, that's your business. And all I'm gonna say is Jesus wept and keep on going. Because people are tired of investing in folk who don't listen and hard-headed and stubborn and silly. And your priorities is wrong. Ro, you should have shut that thing down and said, you know what? This ain't it. This ain't it, Brian. You got strokes and stuff. And you having stuff that you shouldn't have at this age. Child. So yeah, I'm gonna come on here. And if you think I'm gonna let you sit here and talk and think I ain't gonna say nothing about it, and nobody ain't asked for your damn money back, that's yours. You keep that. You keep that. Make sure you do what you need to do with that. Because people gave that for the right reasons. People gave that because they wanted to help your ass out. That's why people gave it. And nobody ain't asked for shit back. And I made it quite clear that you didn't ask for that. We did it because we saw your fat ass sitting up in that hospital, gritting them steel teeth of yours, breathing heavy, sitting there crying. And you can't get mad at the folk who don't like them. Because again, when you do this stuff like that, this is unlikable shit. I can understand people not liking you because you may disagree with somebody, but when you sitting up here playing with your own health and folk got vision for you and you don't even have vision for yourself, that pisses people off. That will piss people off. Doctor telling you to stay. Again, they don't even have to admit you back in that hospital because you left on your own accord, not with the doctor's blessings. A lot of people said the insurance company don't even have to pay. And if your insurance that damn bad, then you sure don't even want to be risking it. Baby. I don't know if it's a stunt or not. I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. And to be honest, y'all, I really don't care. My thing is, if the doctor told you not to leave the hospital, then follow the doctor's orders. And like I said to you all, there is a storm coming between Galveston and Houston. Is coming south of Houston and it's going to wrap around Houston. They plan to get a lot of flooding and a lot of surge and a lot of wind gusts in Houston. And child, people playing like that. Oh, let me read y'all comments. Yeah, man, Scorpio, I know. And the dirty road talking, y'all, look, that is it. But your priorities need to be straight. If you are going through something as serious as blood clots moving to your lungs, you need to reevaluate your life right now. Child, let me see. I wish him well, but I'm gonna tell you what. I moved on. I moved on. These are the type of people they got mental issues and they really need help and they really need therapy because this thing is deeper than what we thought. And when you have a doctor telling you do not check out this hospital because you have blood clots, it's a serious condition. When you're telling us that people found you unconscious with your face to the floor down at the concrete in the parking lot, and you sit up here crying, talking about first of all, you didn't want to die. Then you don't want to be homeless. But you're doing everything to be homeless. And hell, you ain't going back to work because you ain't well. I don't know if that unconsciousness caused a diminished oxygen intake to your brain. I don't know, but it's crazy. I don't care if he talking ish. Let me say this. All I'm going to say is I'm going to hold you accountable. You are the one who said y'all need to follow the doctor's orders. I wish I had listened to the doctor, because you done fell out. And now the doctor telling you the same thing and you doing the same thing over again, and again. And you cannot monitor a blood clot, Brian. I don't even give him 2 days. Here he is talking crap now. And then you get mad at Stump Down I don't believe he's evil. He's demonic. Well, you evil and demonic because you don't even listen to your own damn doctor. And what the man said is proving you right. Now, let me say this. I don't have a problem with giving. I really don't. Because it goes to show you that the beef sector really wants the best for people. But baby, these folk will shit on you. Let me tell you something. If I were in his position and folk was sending me blessings like that, the least I could do is listen to the doctor. And baby, if I'm gonna check out a hospital, I ain't gonna tell y'all I checked out the hospital. But first of all, I ain't gonna do anything against the doctor's orders. That's number one. Oh Jesus. Well, Adrenal Hill, I'm not saying that it is true or not. A lot of people say there may be a possibility. But at this particular point, I don't give a damn. I really don't, because he don't give a damn. And when you do stuff like that, that tells me you don't give a damn about your health or nothing else. Because that tells me you know more than your physician. It tells me you know more than that doctor. I know somebody right now. Well, they're not here anymore, but I knew somebody. The doctor told them not to leave the hospital. They said, I'm feeling better and I'm ready to go. The doctor said, with your condition, you can go to sleep and not wake up. And the person's housekeeper said that they was doing the housekeeping and cleaning up. And he said, I'm tired. I'm going to go lay down. And that man ain't never get up. Do you understand me? In the same city. In the same city. And he thought he was going to live another day. I know that, look, I would have asked the doctors a lot of questions of why, but I still would have stayed my behind. And nobody ain't say you can't ask the doctors no question or disagree with the doctor. But at the end of the day, you need to stay your behind at the hospital. Child. I hope he ain't either. I'm just reading y'all comments. Oh yeah, Adrena, they saying that what they're saying if he goes back to that hospital after, let me say this, the beautiful thing about Houston is it has the world's largest medical campus. Medical center in Houston is huge. It's huge. Now, I'm coming on and I said what I said. And I don't care if he get mad. I don't care how he feels. You put it on YouTube and we're going to talk about it. You are being irresponsible, and we're talking about your irresponsibility. What's up, D Miss O? And you up here talking about hunching somebody and going to Vegas. You need to be concerned about them clots and them clots disappearing. Again, you the one who told us that your fat ass was sitting on that concrete pavement, didn't know if you was gonna live or die, didn't know if you was gonna FaceTime Jesus or not. You were the one. You were the one. You were the one coming up here. And folk felt compelled because they felt something for you. Nobody didn't want your fat ass to be homeless. And then you give your fat ass for people to kiss. And folk are tired. And you don't even understand that people are pretty upset because are concerned about you, not so much trying to control your damn life. Child, hold on for a minute. Let me put this banner up. I'm waiting for Saturday Night Live to come on. So 10:30, I'm gonna be watching Saturday night. What's up, Can't Stop?
Hey, Mr. Wilson, I talked to you earlier today.
Yeah, I remember you.
Oh, okay.
I always
I
put my banner up though, baby, because you just don't know what these people these days.
and I understand.
Yeah.
And all I want to say is your heart was in the right place. I don't want you to have your blood pressure out of control
It's
worrying
not.
about Brian. Brian's going to do what he wants to do. If he left AMA, we talked about that earlier, the consequences. But he's going to do him. He's young. I mean, they think
Let me
they
say this. He's gonna
invincible.
do to him, but let me say this: when you get on, and if you think I ain't gonna make a coin, and if you think I'm gonna sit there and let that Family Dollar get all the money, and I don't build a Walmart, you mistaken. And
Oh,
I'm
I
coming
know
on.
you was going to
Oh,
come
okay,
back
okay.
up.
I
I'm
just want
just
you to
saying.
know. Yeah, I just want you to know. I just want you to know how this works. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just, he's gonna keep saying and doing what he's doing, and all I can do at this point is pray for him.
Yeah. And I don't think anybody asked for anything back. So I don't know
Right.
where you're coming from this Indian giver thing because nobody ain't asked for anything back. No one. So
Wow.
that must be your guilty conscience talking to you because nobody ever asked for a cash out back.
Wow.
I didn't. You never heard me say that once. I never
No.
said that. Never said that once. So stop trying to call people Indian giver and try to spin that narrative because the bottom line is nobody asked for anything. That's your guilty conscience. That's your conscience speaking to you saying, Brian, you know you did wrong because these people gave to you with the hope that you would take care of yourself and follow the doctor's orders. And the thing
Right.
is, I would have rather him not have said anything, but now he's told the truth. And again, you don't put this information out on YouTube and you don't expect people to talk about it. Let me give you some more insight. I feel sorry. Well, let me say this. I'm a little concerned about Skillet, but Skillet kept that whole conversation on YouTube. Now, let me tell you something. If somebody's husband would have come up there talking about something that's $5,000 missing from their account, baby, that YouTube mic would have been on mute or we would have ended the presentation. It would have been no more. But for the mere fact she let that whole damn conversation run, then went to the magistrates, then went to police. You don't think nobody ain't going to talk about that? You don't think
And you
nobody going to
know
talk about
what,
that?
Mr. Wilson, like you said, if you put it out here, people gonna talk about it.
Baby.
It's a lot of stuff that
And it just
people
goes to
put
show you
out
how mental
here.
these people are.
I would never. I'd be like, oh hell no. I
And
don't have a
if
channel.
you
I'm
thought
not a
that
content creator.
let me say this too, why? If you thought that you were going to get up here and tell people you checked out that hospital early and nobody was going to say nothing, you are sadly mistaken. You don't know the beef sector folk very well. See, we don't mind helping folk, but we really have a problem when folk ain't following doctor's orders. And we ain't going to ride and die with you. We going to ride and live with you, but we ain't going to ride and die with you.
Right.
And what you doing is some ride and die shit. And we speak against that mess. And I don't care if you like it or not. I don't care what you are the one sitting up there laying up in the hospital bed.
And
And
the
we
only
get that.
reason, because I really don't claim any sector, I'm a free spirit, I go wherever. I just came up here as a nurse saying what I thought.
Yeah, yeah, I got you. I got you. And that's what you thought. And let me tell you about that skillet thing. Let me tell you something. If she in the safe house, God bless. And she must be in the safe house because she ain't been up on them YouTube streets. And you know I've been looking, honey. I've been looking and I've been a searching. And she ain't been on there. So I guess she in that safe house. I
Oh
guess
my
she in that safe
God.
house.
How do these people get in these kind of entanglements and put it online?
And this is and then get mad because people talking about it. Because you
Right.
cussing
Skillet
me
ain't
out. It
no
ain't doing
young
nothing for
woman.
me. Let me tell you something. If I hit a hospital, I'm not coming on. Y'all may not see me for a while, but I'm not coming on. First of all, I got
Wow.
family and I got friends. Do you understand
Right.
me? I got family and I got friends. And there's some things that don't need to be on, but you put it on there. And then the thing is, they was like, oh, Pastor J did that. And he was trying to find out everything. Well, don't come up here playing no games with me. If you had something to say it. And I wanted
Right.
the tea. I wanted the tea from Ro. I don't want Brian. I don't want nothing Brian has. I am not attracted to Brian in the least. Now, my thing is, I'm concerned about Brian and his health. But I am not, because baby, I have what I want. And I don't understand why these people think somebody trying to get somebody. Baby, I don't want nothing that don't have no insurance. I don't want nothing that don't listen to no doctor. I don't want nothing that's been talking about some. I don't want to be homeless. That's not my ministry. I don't
Uh-uh.
deal with that.
You
Okay.
know what?
So
I was
again,
getting ready to
nobody ain't
joke.
thirsty like that. But I'm going to tell you, if you put it on, we going to talk about it.
I
And
was
my
getting
thing
ready to
is,
joke.
you know what? You prove and stump down right. And even though you may not like it, and start down coming at the people who gave. I don't have a problem with that because I did it for the right reason. I don't give a damn what people say. And I really mean that. I don't give a damn who says
Oh,
what. I
some
gave it for
down,
the right
some that the
reason.
people. Why some down come people who gave? We gave out the our heart. I
That's
felt
but
bad
but that, that,
for
that
them.
that's not even here there. I'm not even mad at that. I'm not even mad at that because I know why I gave. But don't think I'm not gonna say anything when the doctor told you to stay your ass in the hospital and you check yourself out against doctor's orders and think we ain't gonna say nothing
Right.
about it because it tells me you don't give a damn about your health or the people who concerned about you. And nobody ain't asked for one dime. And that's your guilty conscience talking to you because nobody ain't asked you for one sorry
No.
cent of your money because we know you need every damn dime and nobody ain't asked for it. But let me tell you something. One day you're gonna realize that you're gonna stop treating people like you treat people. And I don't even want to go. I'm trying not to go there. I'm trying not to go there, but I can see you have lived a life of guilt, a life of regret, and a life of turmoil. You still dealing with the situation with your dearly departed because you didn't do what you needed to do there. And now you fucking up your own self, not doing what you need to do for you. And what you did to her, you're doing to yourself. And if you want to sit there and kill yourself, then you do what you got to do. Unalive or whatever people say, you do what you got to do. Because anytime that you got blood clots, your face is on the concrete, people say you unconscious and they got you to the hospital. And then you gonna sit there and know more than the doctor, and you done left the hospital and the doctors have told you not to, then I think you may not want to be here no more. Because you showing me a good indication that you don't. To sit up there and indirectly think you gonna smoke a joint. And Wolverine caught you. See, people have been looking at you, Brian. People know you. You predictable. And even though Wolverine don't hit them links, baby, Wolverine read you down, honey. He read your mail. He read your mail all out. He took that UPS
Damn, I
parcel
miss
out and
Wolverine.
read it.
Oh, I miss Wolverine. I
Oh
can't
Go
wow, I
ahead,
stand.
I
missed
mean, Miss
that.
O. Oh, he read it. Oh, he was talking to Brian. Brian talking about some baked chicken and some green bean and Wolverine. Well, you gotta watch that because again, and and then he don't even get that. This man is trying to help you. This man, this person who is in the medical field, is telling you you should have stayed in the hospital, and you don't even listen to him.
And I know he don't know me. I even said the same thing and told him how dangerous that is. And now he's going to end up, when it's all said and done, whatever insurance he has, and they submit that claim, and they're going to put on there he left AMA.
Yeah, that's if he do have insurance. Yeah, they won't pay for it. That's what I was saying on my
Right, they
platform.
won't pay
I was
for it.
saying the same thing you
Uh,
were saying. I mean, and not as directly. I mean, not as. I mean, I was being extra nice about it,
and
but I
my
was
thing
saying
is, if that's true, don't come up here begging to be sector.
Right, because nobody is going
Because
to help
again,
him at that point.
you said nobody ain't getting no refund back, and the thing
well,
is, nobody
that'll
asked
just be a
for it.
hospital bill. He ain't gonna ask us for that because that's gonna be just like I doubt he would pay into that if he got the money for a
Nah,
hospital.
that
But
credit
just
score going
think,
to plummet.
D. Miss O and Mr. J. Wilson, he was in ICU. 2 days in ICU could almost be like 50 grand.
Yeah, but I mean, it don't matter. He can't get blood from a turnip.
Well,
Them
that ain't
people,
no
you
turnip. That's a
know,
whole
they
watermelon. Girl, that's a
they,
whole watermelon over there. That ain't no turnip. That's a whole
Right.
watermelon over there. But let me say this.
I just don't like
No,
the way he's talking to the people who donated
let me
into
say
when
this though.
they haven't even asked
Nobody
for money back.
asked for nothing back. But trust
Right.
me, people will remember what you said. And when you go through another situation, folk gonna turn their back because they remember what you said. And I'm telling you what, unless God speaks in my ear, personally, baby, because nobody ain't asked for nothing back. That's your guilty conscience. Hold on for a minute. I'm reading y'all comments. You know what? Let me say this. What he has to say about me and all of this stuff that don't have this stuff right here, that's a deflection. That's a deflection. That's a deflection. That's a deflection. Y'all better recognize these deflection. Yeah, that's how he comes off. Um,
I don't think he lying about this.
I
What
don't
Miss
think he
Taylor
lying
says, I
about
don't
his
think he lying. That
condition.
man look.
I don't think he lying about his condition. I don't think he's lying about his condition. I really think that this particular person is sick and they don't follow orders. They're hard headed and they're going to do what they want to do. And I believe they selfish and they always end up with regret. And then they want to blame everybody and then they cry about it. But that's it. And the same thing goes with the person who passed away, his beloved that passed away, because he didn't do what he needed to do for her. And then he feeling guilty telling the YouTube street about it, where he needs to be telling the therapist about it. That's what he needs to do. But I don't think he's faking it. What's up?
Hey, hello,
But Mr.
ladies.
Wilson, can I just say one other thing before I
Go
drop
ahead.
down? Just like you said, okay, he's at home. He cannot monitor if the blood clot is moving or he still have them or whatever.
That's
It's
what I
not
was.
like you can put a blood pressure machine on or oxygen pulse ox on. He will be in trouble, and there's no way around it.
Can
Yeah.
Can I add something? And I'll get out of your way. Good
All
evening,
right, Mr.
everyone.
DX.
No.
Hey, can't stop. You know, um, in this world of YouTube, as a lot of people would say, you can trust, but you got to be able to verify. Um, I personally, and I'm gonna just use myself. When I was hospitalized,
Mm-hmm.
um, there were some people I was in contact with daily. One of those people is Can't Stop right here on your panel, who can
Okay.
verify every stage that I went from when I went into the emergency to when I went to rehab to when I came home. And she was a part of that whole process. All right. So I don't have to make nobody believe it. I can have other people vouch for me. Brian's condition has not been verified. Now he looked bad hyperventilating in the hospital, but as Can't Stop is a nurse. There is no way that they blew out a blood clot in 24 hours. 24 hours. When we when when we at GFTV were adding him to our prayer list, and we have a prayer list when our members get sick or people not right. We all pray for one another. I believe in that. And we were talking about gathering support for him financially because there's a statement. Oh, I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose that. That's heartfelt. I know what it's been like. I've been down. I've been down personally for 7 months. 7 months since my car flipped over. A lot of people get it twisted. But since my car accident, I've been down and I've been blessed and I'm humble. But the point that I'm trying to make is he would not incur any financial ruin for being out of work 2 days unless he was already behind in his bills. It would if he was in the hospital for 2 days this past week, then he got paid this week for the week prior. He won't feel a pain until next week when he get his check. That's going to be short for a couple of days of work, and it really wouldn't affect him until the end of this month. So I thought it was kind of preemptive to talk about the financial ruin and all of that because some of my situations didn't manifest themselves and hasn't. And I'll be very, very open. Now, I'm going to disclose something here.
And ZX, tell them I was on your head.
Oh, you on my head every day. Every day. Every
Men
day.
are the worst patients.
Every day. Making sure I eat right. But I'm gonna share
But go
something
ahead.
with you. I'm gonna share something with you, James. Well, only because you're a homeowner. And only homeowners are gonna understand what I'm gonna say. Now, I had an accident in October. I didn't fall behind until January. January, my bills were caught up. I didn't actually fall behind until the the latter part of January is when financial peril comes into play. But my biggest issue was my mortgage. My mortgage. But if anybody who owns a home, you can call your mortgage lender and you can get what is called a
Forbearance.
yeah, you can get that. And if they will give you 90 days. They will take 3 months of your back mortgage that you're behind and they'll put it on the back end. Now you
Right.
get
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
Brian
So
got
you
home. Yeah, right. Yeah.
right. So I actually got two of them. So that gave me what? 6 months without paying my mortgage. But I'm not behind. I'm not behind. Because they put you get I think you get six of them for the life of your mortgage. So I can get six. I can get a year and a half of extensions, a whole year and a half. Um, so I wasn't rushing to put together a package for him and say, here go $500-600, man, to help you out. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew from my
Well, he
personal
had been
experience.
sick for a
But this is the
while.
thing,
He
though.
had
Let
been
me
sick
say,
for a
go
while,
ahead.
and he was behind. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like it's. I'm not saying you shouldn't
Let
shouldn't,
me say
but I
this,
am
though.
saying he was
I
behind.
don't have a problem with anything you're saying. This is my issue here. If the doctor told you to stay in the hospital and you
Right.
left the hospital and you are up here telling people you need to do what the doctor say and all of this, and you're telling people y'all need to follow the doctor's orders, and then you come out and you don't even follow the doctor's orders, and then you up here worried about some hookup or somebody getting you aroused. And I mean, I sat there and listened to it. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it was kind of
but my thing
absurd.
is your priorities aren't your priorities ain't right. And then to come back and say that he ain't giving no refunds, nobody ain't asked for no refunds. That's your guilty
No.
conscience again, because nobody ain't asked for anything. And what the people did, they did for you because they were concerned that they didn't want you to be behind on your rent. They didn't want you to be up here roaming the street and homeless. That's why the people gave. If it was for the
Well,
health crisis, I would have given
right.
nothing, because I'm sitting there looking, but it's the mere fact that you were in the hospital and that you may work an hourly job where that may make a big dent or a big difference. And that's the reason why I gave. And I don't feel bad about giving it. You don't
No,
owe me nothing. But my thing is this: don't come and shit on these folk, the people who thought enough
well,
to pray for you and give you something, and then you getting mad at them. And again, I'm only holding you accountable. And if you put it on YouTube, I'm going to talk about it. If you put it
well,
on
what I'm,
YouTube, I am going to talk about it.
as we all are, as we all are. This was the thing that threw me off. Okay, so you're in the hospital today. You're sick. You're hyperventilating, unverified. We don't know. We just got to take your word for it.
Hmm.
The next day you get a bunch of cash apps, and then the next day you checking out the hospital and you talking about hooking up or being aroused. You're talking about going to Las Vegas. That was a part of his conversation.
Yeah, yeah, God done healed you, and this is what you're gonna do. Okay, right.
Right.
Yeah,
I
and
know
like I
from
said,
my
I this is why he can't get mad at Stump Down, because he's sitting up there looking at you, and he done said it before it even happened. He called it out before it even happened. And the thing
yeah.
is, my thing is, I didn't want you homeless. It was not so much for me that it wasn't for me that you were sick. My biggest thing is that I didn't want to see you homeless. And a
I
lot of
get it.
people
I
felt
get it.
that they didn't want you homeless.
Yeah, I
But
get it.
another thing, Jay
I
Wilson,
stayed. Hold on,
he's
can't
in the
stop.
hospital and can't breathe. And the first
One
thing
day.
he want to do when he get out is smoke marijuana.
Yeah, it
Okay.
don't make no sense. I was on the hill, like I said, can't stop is up here. Anything that I say, she can verify because she walked with me. I was down for 2 months physically. Physically, after that car accident, I had to heal. I wasn't at my home until what? I got in a car accident in October. I don't think I came back home until the end of, was it the end of February when I was feeling better and
Or
I
close
got in
to it.
trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that when my mom got on me about talking on the telephone. I was like, oh, I feel better. Let me go home. But the point is that you got to recoup. You understand? That's the point. It took me 2 months to get up and walk again after
Mm-hmm.
that incident. It wasn't nothing
Mm-hmm.
quick. It wasn't nothing quick. I wasn't trying to go party. I had lost about what 15 pounds, almost 20 pounds. Everybody don't know that. Can't stop know that. My blood pressure was cool because I talked to people within our circle that could give me good advice and stay on top of it with me. But you don't just recoup overnight. And that's why I question, is he, was he really as sick as he was? Because like I said, for me, it what November, December, I was almost, it was almost 2.5 months, almost 3 months before I came back home to
Yeah,
my
I
house.
really, let me say this though. I really don't know. And to be honest, DX, I really don't care. My thing is
Mhm.
people will remember. They will remember and see. We always play the little boy that cried wolf. And then when something really happens, nobody ain't gonna respond to you because people say, no, we ain't gonna deal with this right here. Let me tell you something. I don't play with people's money. I don't play with. I don't grew up in church. I don't grew up where people done screwed over folk money, and folk are not forgiven with their money. Now they can be forgiven with some other stuff, but when it comes to their money and stuff, they're not. And all I'm saying is that people don't have to go out of their way and do anything for anyone, and no one asked for a refund back. Nobody ain't asked for nothing back. That's guilty conscience talking. But I tell you what, let something happen again and see how many people respond. Because nobody
But
Well,
responded to that.
Jay
You
Wilson,
had
like
can
you
I
content
said,
ask you a
though,
creators
question?
stopping their platform to help you out, and nobody said you got to bow down and kiss nobody's toes. But then when you check out the hospital against the doctor's will, and then you want to act like it ain't no big deal, and when people say that ain't right, and then you get mad at people, then that's your issue, and it just shows me that you're irresponsible and you're kind of selfish because you're only thinking about you, but you ain't even thinking about you because if you were sick like you say you were, the last thing you want to do is go home, especially when a hurricane is getting ready to hit in your area. And if something
uh,
happens to you, no emergency vehicle is going to be able to come through all of that
uh-uh.
foolishness.
But
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson, can I just ask you a question?
Yeah,
Looking
you
at
can. I'm listening.
looking at the video, the first video Brian put out, where like Zig said he was hyperventilating, he was crying and all that. Okay, that pulled at a lot of people's heartstrings. Not just you coming online saying, if you feel led, send him a cash out. Okay, so now we're
First
past
of all,
that.
he came on before then. He came on before then when he got the diagnosis about all of this stuff, and he was talking about some, I want to not be here no more, and all of this stuff going on, and so we know that he had some health issues and stuff, and then to come to find out that when he went back to work, he didn't follow the doctor's orders then, and then he fell out. And then you thought he would have learned his lesson. And he was seeming like, well, I get it now. I know I can't play with this. But my thing is, this is why people like ZX and Stumpdown are questioning his illness. Because again, if you really learned something, then really did you learn it? You think checking out a hospital is a good way to convince people that you've learned it. And again, you do what you want. You're a grown man. You're a
I
grown man. But
think
I tell you
Mr.
what, if it happens
Wilson,
again, you definitely out. Go ahead.
Mr. Wilson, I believe Brian is in total denial.
Okay. We got
And it's
Gigi.
nothing
Oh,
we
I'm
can
sorry. When
do
you finish,
about
we
that.
got Gigi.
Pardon me?
When you finish, Gigi is gonna come on after you. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I'm done, Miss Gigi. Go ahead.
Hello, panel. This has been a
Hey.
hi, everybody. Hey, Passa. This has been a real good discussion because I was my mom's caregiver. And through that process, I learned a lot regarding patients and what how they don't follow doctor's orders. And one of the jobs of a caregiver, especially when you have power of attorney and you have access to medical things, even if it wasn't my mom, that's not the point. The point is, a lot of them don't follow the doctor's order. They will even lie to family members, unfortunately, to their detriment because of whatever reasons. And Brian is a part of our community. We're not gagging, dragging him. We were very concerned, but I had thought to myself last night, I thought it was interesting. He said he was on painkillers, but you have blood clots, and you didn't mention blood thinners. So I'm a massage therapist as well. I have lots of fun moonlighting jobs. And even through that process, working with a chiropractor and other medical doctors, that we would have contracts with them, and we would come to their office and provide these services. I really got to understand the whole process of what people should do and what they shouldn't do. And when I see Brian, when I see you on panels talking, laughing, having discussions that really have nothing to do with your health, that to me, it's very concerning. It's scary. And I just hope he listens. That's basically all I want to say, because
Miss Gigi, can I just chime in on what you
sure,
just said?
sure.
Um, I'm from Detroit.
313.
Been a nurse 100 years. I ain't gonna say that, but anyway, when you sign out AMA, we're
Mm,
not giving him no warfarin. We're not giving him no pain meds.
exactly.
We're putting him in a wheelchair if he can't walk out on his own and sitting him out on the street. We're not giving him no transportation, and you on your own. So I think a lot of the things he's saying is not true.
It didn't connect, did it?
No, it didn't.
Yeah. And I didn't want to be the mean one. I just let it ride.
Well,
You know,
I've been saying it, but everybody is saying, okay, you're a cardiac nurse, but
but you
you
learned
really
other
don't
things.
know him. I was
Exactly.
just looking at him on the screen,
Yeah.
and I can tell what was going on.
And I'm still praying for you, Brian. You're still in my golden heart.
Yeah.
But baby, you need to just click off for 2 weeks, get well, and come back. That's all.
Ain't no reason to get mad at people because you the one who put yourself in the position. And my thing
Right,
is,
because at
you
this
made the
point,
choice to click
why is it
on.
on Facebook?
Yeah, you made the choice to put it on YouTube. So obviously you wanted people to
Oh,
know
that's what
about your
I meant,
condition.
YouTube.
Yeah. So obviously you wanted people to know about your condition. And now we know about your condition. So that's what you wanted, right? So
And when
now
it
we know
when
about
it
your condition.
and we all know, because my mom used to tell me she was mad at my dad because back in the 60s when he was diagnosed with cancer and he unfortunately passed away, but he didn't want to go to the doctor. So we know black men a little hard-headed when it comes to talking to the doctor. So my choice was, and then I'll jump off and continue to enjoy the show. My choice was to you know, with my mom's permission, have somebody in the family look at the records, because I'm her daughter. So I'm trying to tell her to do stuff and she's not doing it. But when I got other people on my team, they really got on her. And that's why we kind of extended her life for like about 3 or 4 more years. But yeah, it's a struggle trying to help somebody going through something and you're not paying attention to the doctor, I can't watch. It was
Let me
coming.
say this. He gonna be all right. And thank God for your outlook. And we gonna talk because you put it on YouTube. And as long as you put
Very
on YouTube, we
triggering.
gonna talk about it. And my thing is, folk don't want nobody to keep them accountable with the medical stuff. And again, he was getting a little perturbed at Wolverine when Wolverine was talking about, I see you smoke a lot of weed and stuff. And again, Wolverine was going right there because again, there are medical people talking to him, and he know everything. Then he wants to be a herbalist, not a herbalist, but a herbalist. Then he want to
Uh-uh.
be Dr. Welby, MD, because he
Right.
know
Mr.
everything. He done
Wilson,
went through all of this stuff.
you better stop it.
And
Miss
then
Gigi.
even with his diet, Wolverine was saying, okay, that's okay, but you need to watch out for this as well. So
Right.
again, you can sit there and curse people out. You can sit there and talk about my relationship, but I guarantee you, we'll stay in the hospital if the doctor tell us to stay in the hospital.
And
I
that's
tell
not
you that.
and that's not helping your conditioning. I was blessed because being a vet, you get your yearly, plumbing and everything. I'm blessed. I got a
Yeah.
clean bill of health. My job is to maybe pass on a little knowledge and help people to get where I am and feel like I feel. How about that? I care. Excuse me, you know.
Well, Wolverine is medical. I'm not gonna disclose what that man do. It ain't none of y'all business, and that's all I'm gonna say. I just know that he is in the medical profession. And that's all I'm gonna say. So if
Well, I
you
don't
if you
mind
want to
putting
know,
it out
just
there.
ask him.
I'm
Don't
very
ask me.
much still in the medical profession, still working. The only thing I wanted to say to Miss Gigi is, in my experience, men are the worst patients
Yeah, it's hard.
because it's a lot of blood pressure meds like Lopressor
Hmm.
and Metoprolol. It does something to the black man's sexual drive.
Oh, wow.
So they don't take the medication. Don't go back to the doctor and say, okay, can you give me something else?
Mm,
You trying to sleep with people and your blood pressure 200 over 100. You are not going
wow.
to die in my house.
How
Wow.
he died on top of me? Okay,
Oh,
Uh-uh.
absolutely
Pastor,
not.
We
where are
ain't
you
doing
getting
that.
there? Let me tell
Somebody
you
said he's
about.
attention seeking and mentally ill. Ever since that first video he made about how he died, he knew he was capping and wanted sympathy. He may have issues, but I think he's exaggerating. A lot of people feeling that way. He
Well,
only
my thing,
35. He can change this around. Well, hopefully he can.
Pastor Jay, besides being, before I became a cardiac nurse, I
Catherine
worked
Powell,
at
let
the
me say this.
state.
I don't tell people what they do. It ain't
No,
none of their
I'm just
business.
saying I
No, no,
worked
no.
at the
I'm talking
state.
to somebody who just put this
Oh,
out there. I'm just letting them know. I don't tell folk occupation.
I don't
Go ahead.
mind telling mine, but before that, I worked at the state mental institution in Michigan. So I have a lot of background in a lot of these
Exactly.
areas.
Yes.
And all I can say is on YouTube, how I came to YouTube was with COVID. And we were all working from home. And, stuff started popping up and you listen to people and whatever. And I'm like, you know what? When I was going in the office 5 days a week, I ain't know these people. I ain't know what they going through. I'm not that vested. But anytime I can offer a medical, I'll say, decision that I came up with, allegedly, that's what I do. But, I go place to place. I don't bother anybody. But these people got too much going on. And now,
He needs a doctor. He needs a therapist to help him with his psychological situations that's going on in his life. He got a lot of things going on. But I'm gonna say this: I am going to talk about it. And let me say this: when things really go wrong, the beef sector they will help you out. The beef sector will give you their shirt off their back, but don't screw them. Don't
Right.
try to play them, and
Right.
then don't be ungrateful because they say we'll bless you. And this is the thing: nobody asked for one red dime.
Right.
Well,
Brian,
Mr. Wilson,
nobody
can I
asked
ask
for
you a
one
question?
red dime. That's your guilty conscience. Go ahead.
Do you feel or think that he's been going down spiral since his mom passed?
I really don't know. I think that may be it because it may be some depression. I don't know. I really don't know Brian like that. I
No, I
really
was
don't.
just asking, you know,
I
just
think
from
it can play a part. But my thing is when Wolverine was asking him questions about his exercise routine, all you doing is the elliptical machine and then going to the sauna. You ain't doing, baby. I thought it was some weights involved. Okay, I'm like, you ain't doing no weights. You ain't doing no weights or nothing. You ain't exercising your muscles. You ain't doing no squats, no planks, no nothing like that. All you doing is walking and running to the sauna, and you have all them plastic bags on, like you really lifting some weights and stuff. And when he said he walks on the treadmill and go to the sauna,
Mm.
well,
child, I'm
Mr.
like, is that what you
Wilson.
doing?
I'm
Right.
not going there with you, sir.
I'm not because you know, and folk be going
Because
to
I
the
don't
gym for
know
the
all
wrong
this.
reason. And let me say this: this is why I go to Planet Fitness because once I finish at the fitness, I'm going home. I don't use the fitness showers, so it ain't no need for me to be going up in there. I ain't going in no sauna because they don't have no sauna and they don't have no steam room. People be going in saunas and steam rooms for more than just health benefits. Okay, so I ain't trying to.
Mhm.
But my thing is this: that's all you doing is walking the treadmill. Hell, you can buy a treadmill at home. Hell, you can walk your neighborhood. For that, I thought you was doing a little knowledge machine or some free weights or something, doing some abdominal work.
Miss
Baby, how
Gigi
people act like they been
and
really
Miss
hitting the gym.
TMO,
All
can
you
y'all
doing is been
please
wearing
help
that
me?
plastic bag, walking, and then going into the sauna. Girl, these people just be doing the most with the least. I'm telling you.
Miss TMO,
Mm-mm-mm. Mhm.
can you please help a sister out, you and Miss Gigi, because Jay Wilson going in.
He
And
messy.
I know he's not used to me
I ain't
hitting
going
his
in. I'm
panties.
telling the truth.
I'm not saying you're not
I'm
telling the
telling the
truth,
truth.
sir.
And the thing is, you sitting up here getting mad at people because people are saying, Brian, it is wrong for you
Right.
not to follow the doctor's orders. Brian, you really should have stayed at that hospital. And
Yeah.
then you got the nerve to think that people want that money back. No, people want you to be here to live again, to have another show. But people are not going to be giving to you, and you giving them your whole ass to kiss. And now you seem like you're
Right.
talking down to the people, like y'all ain't getting nothing back, and so on. So that's your guilty conscience because you know you ain't doing right. Nobody ain't asked you for. You ain't hear me ask for no money back.
Well, to be truthful, Mr. Wilson, I saw him when he came out of his procedure, or whatever. Most of the stuff I've seen in the past couple of days was on your screen. So I really didn't know, what Brian was doing or what was going on. I heard something about honest roll, and I'm like, I don't care who you love, but please, that man don't want to meet you in Vegas. It's gonna be 1,000 degrees
Yeah, he
in
do. Yeah, he do,
August,
girl. Yeah, he do. You don't know honest row, honey. You must be new
and
to
he
this
gonna be
YouTube.
dead in his bed.
Yeah, you don't know YouTube, baby. Yeah, he'll meet him. But my thing is, why go along with that mess when you know the man ain't doing well and
Right.
he done checked out the hospital against doctor's orders and you sitting up here dealing with all of that stuff.
Cause I don't
Mm.
care how horny you think you getting on the phone. Okay, we gonna meet up in Vegas. We're gonna be in a room. Like I said, it's gonna be 1,000 degrees. He's smoking weed. I don't know what honest roll's vices are. That's not gonna be a good look.
Going to meet people who don't show up.
You know what, Mr. J. Wilson, stop.
Go ahead.
No, I'm done. I was just saying.
Okay. Well, look,
Show me
y'all.
your passport, cause Mr. Wilson, I know you got a passport.
You know I do. I ain't giving my passport up, especially
No,
with
I'm
these.
just saying. I
Look,
just
look,
want to see the
especially with these
stamps. I'm
elections coming
sure.
up, I might have to make a fast move to Canada.
I'm sure
What
Miss
you said.
Gigi and TMO, you know, we can show the stamps on our passport. What is the big deal? And Mr. J is not no slight to you. Going to Vegas. You got people on here that's
Well, first
asking
of
for
all, can I
drugs.
say something, nurse? Can I say something? You
No,
better make sure them
no.
blood clots gone before you get on somebody's plane and at high altitude, or you will have problems.
That's what I'm saying,
All
Mr.
right.
Wilson.
Yeah. D Miss
And
O,
then
hold on for a minute. D Miss O, what you think? D Miss O, because again, you seem like you pissed about that he's acting like people want their money back.
Yeah, because I didn't even think about that. I just didn't like the way he was just lashing out. But I know he's upset because he feels like that you are coming for him and that you're calling him out. And he probably don't want nobody to question his motivations. And he said he made the best decision for his health, but I don't know how that could be
No,
the
you
best
didn't. That
decision
ain't it.
for
You
your
think that's a
health.
good decision?
Well, of
Checking
course
out of a
not.
hospital before time?
Unless it was some harsh, real horrible malpractice or maltreatment going on, and then at that you would go up the chain, you would get the ADN, you get the DON, and you would go and see what's going on. You would try to and you got family there. So typically when you got family there and if it's a big problem, they will help intervene with that. And I just can't
Child, I
see
don't even know
family
if the
not.
family want to be bothered. It seemed like the brother just showed up and said, "Okay, you okay," and went back
Oh,
home.
okay. Okay. See, I thought the brother
Because let me
was
tell you
standing by
something.
him.
You let me be in the hospital, honey. Somebody's gonna be in my room at all times. Okay? All times. And I ain't even from San Antonio. But you let something happen to me and see if folk don't fly from home to make sure I'm okay at that hospital. Somebody will be in my room. And when you in the room by
Exactly.
yourself, I'm like, well, what's going on? I mean, really
Right.
though?
Right. My
Right.
daughter gets mad. Like if I travel, like when I'm traveling, when I land, I gotta let my kids know. When I take off, I gotta let them know. If I'm out hanging out, okay, I'm in the city center having fun, and if they say it, I don't do it all the time. But if they got a feeling, they say, let me know when you get home. So people do care and
And
check
let
up
me say this, my family member want to see what's going on in that
on.
hospital. Not to say that folk ain't gonna treat me right, but hospitals are hospitals, and if something were to happen to me, somebody is in that room. Okay,
Well,
that's all I'm saying. And like I said, if I
I
need
know
to,
his mom passed, and I wasn't blaming it on him because you can't help it. You don't have nobody. I
well, you
mean,
can, but you got brothers and sisters.
right? But I mean, they not.
Child, I'm telling you, Miss O, nobody ain't
We
coming
don't know how
against them.
forthcoming he is, and we don't know what bridges people burn. I try not to judge other
Look,
people's family
baby,
members.
you said it right there, Miss. Oh, you don't know what kind of bridges you burning, because if you doing stuff like this, then it's like people will turn on you in a minute. And again, nobody ain't asked for no money back. But the thing is, if you gonna come on this YouTube sphere and tell people that you checked out the hospital early, okay, and against the doctor's orders, if you tell us that, then we're
Right.
gonna look at you like side eye, because the biggest thing is you just sat on YouTube telling us that y'all need to do what the doctors tell you all to do because of this. He went through that whole situation of telling us this only to go right back again and do what the doctors told him not to do. And
I
you don't
just
think
don't know
nobody gonna
why
say
he
nothing about it?
couldn't. He know how sundown. He know who he wars with, who he beats with. Like the Titans are beefing. Like he knows who he beats with. I just don't know what will possess him to admit that he left against medical advice over it. I just don't get that.
And
Like,
now people saying that he fraudulent. And while you up here
yeah,
trying to convince me that you aren't fraudulent, because when he was on my channel, he was like, Jay Wilson, now do you think that I was? I'm like, I don't know. I only believe what you tell
And
me.
I'm
But
sorry.
but
I
the
was
other folk
enjoying
like
the
like, are
show
you
the other
crazy?
night, but I had to leave. I was enjoying the show, but I was like, I can't entertain this because I just don't feel right, you know? Um, I think there's something else going on, and I don't know if anybody will be able to stop it. It's kind of
I
sad.
don't either. And my thing is this: he had checked out the hospital that day, and he came
Yeah,
on here. So that's what the real deal was. And
that's
so my
dangerous.
thing is this YouTube so important that you would come on during your sickest hour
That's
to talk about
crazy.
hunching? And my thing is, people talking about someday. I just sat here and let them talk. And my thing is, hey, if you want to talk, I'm gonna let you talk, and I'm gonna ask those questions, whether you think it's inappropriate or not. But then I'm sitting back there and thinking, well, you just got out of the hospital
Right.
and your heart is acting up. And then he started fighting with folk, and then he started yelling and screaming. I'm like, child, is you sick?
And
Is you really sick?
And that's the number one issue and problem. A lot of caregivers get stressed and emotional and just drained. It's the fighting of the patient because you want them to live. You're there to care for them. You get licenses, you get checked on, you are, regulated. But this person you're caring for, whether you're related to them or not, and for me, it was my mom. It gets to the point where it's like, if you're not going to do what I tell you to do, then I'm going to get other people that love you to get on my team. So,
Okay, Miss Deidre, I got a question for you.
mhm,
Since we're saying nobody really knows if he signed out AMA, and I believe he did, his last video, he was still in ICU. He done pulled all the monitors off.
yeah,
He done pulled the IVs out. Do you think them doctors is gonna give him anything to try to help him when he get home? No.
no, they can't actually. They can't.
No, they can't. And that's all I was trying to say
Right.
is once you sign out AMA, it's a problem.
That's it.
And like Mr. Wilson said, with whatever weather conditions are gonna come to Houston, if he fall out again, just say in his home or apartment or whatever, they might not even be able to get to him. To get him to the hospital to try to figure out, okay, what's gonna happen now. But they're not gonna take him to that same hospital
Thank you.
that he signed out AMA.
And I also learned that caregivers are also under the purview of the family members and the suspicious, how did they pass and all this other stuff. It's very, very delicate.
Right.
So
Because
some
I took
people
care of
might
my
say, you
mom.
guys were talking about burning bridges. Well, guess what? Sometimes people don't want to care for certain people because they are hard-headed and they don't want that responsibility.
Somebody said Brian has bouts with depression. One second he's sick, the next section he wants sex. Child, please.
And Miss Deidre, I had taken care of my mother for 6 years at home, and she passed. And then I had my grandmother that lived to be 105.
Bless.
And
Yes.
when she went quick. You know, we still had to take her to the hospital,
Sure.
bring her back home on hospice, and you have to notify the police department
Everybody.
You
Yes.
that
have to because
she's
again, and then you got to
on
sign off on them
hospice.
papers
I
because again, they
know.
cannot resuscitate. So
Thank
my thing
Right,
is, you
you.
got to make sure because baby,
Yes.
they gonna tell you we gonna give you some medicine to help you, but we ain't giving nothing that gonna extend your life. They tell you,
Thank you.
and you got to
right.
sign them
So when
papers.
she passed,
You get interviewed by paramedics, her doctors,
right.
everyone. I was
And when
interviewed by people
everybody
I didn't
came
even
out,
know I had to get interviewed by. But that's okay because I didn't have nothing to hide. I'm A plus. But the
right.
point
And that's
is
what I had to do
the emotional
because,
drain, the commitment to this person. And if they're not, think about it. With kids get on your nerves if they don't do what you tell them to do. Just think about somebody that's going through a health crisis. It is very, very stressful. Very stressful.
right. And then when she did pass, I called the hospice people. I called the Detroit Police Department. I called everybody to let them know that she had passed. The
You are
hospice
right,
nurse
Darvin.
was the first one got here first. And she had morphine and a bunch of other drugs that I never really gave her. And she actually had to pour them out in a baggie with coffee grinds, put on there how many doses my grandmother had got. You know, I'm not gonna say they make you feel like you done something wrong,
They're
but
just doing their job. They're just doing
Let
right,
me say this:
right,
diving deeper, you are correct. And how I know that because the chaplain signs off on that too. So you got a whole lot of people signing off on that. Depends on what hospital, but the doctor, First of all, the chaplain has to sign off on it, and usually the chaplain gives it to the
The
person. It
coroner,
depends on which
yeah,
hospital. Either
yeah.
the social worker or the chaplain gives that person to sign it. Then the doctor. So the doctor sign off on all of that stuff as well. And I used to have to call the doctors to say, okay, this DNR has been signed, and then the doctors have to sign out on it as well before that person is
Right.
released. And
Because
we would
if
be
they're
looking for
not a
doctors like
DNR,
all over the place to make sure that person gets that sign off because everybody had to sign off on it as well. Now, let me say this: the lady with the Y, y'all may have issues with people. I don't know what she said. It's not my concern right now because that ain't the topic. My topic is
oh,
why folk mad at people because they holding them to the fire for checking out of the hospital. And hopefully this helps people who want to start checking out of hospitals before the doctor's orders and what
right.
implications that can cause. So whatever she feel about beef sector people and whatever she said about beef sector people, we'll come to that at another date. We ain't talking about that right now though.
Are they talking about me?
Yeah, they're talking about you, but right
Oh,
now I'm really
I
not
can't
interested
see
in
the
that.
chat,
I don't
and
even
I've
read
done
the
nothing
chat
to
when I'm
these
on a
Yeah,
people.
call.
yeah. Somebody
All I'm
somebody said
saying
that you
is
said the
I'm
beef
just
sector women ain't
offering.
attractive. But baby, I look, I don't got time for that.
Yeah, I'm just offering my experience from my field. I mean, I'm not, trying to diagnose Brian or blah blah blah.
Now let's
So
see this. This strange maggot said the only thing dangerous is how he is treating people while disrespecting God over there at the same time. Shake my head. We'll see. See, I'm not over there. I heard a little bit of his rhetoric. I said, oh no, let me go ahead and open my Walmart across from this HEB. I'm like, let me go ahead and open a HEB across from this Walmart because my thing is, first of all, nobody ain't asked for no money back. I mean, I don't know where you running with that, but nobody ain't ever asked. Why you calling people Indian giver? I didn't ask for no money back. I didn't tell people to ask for their money back, but I guarantee you, when you go through another situation, people gonna think twice before they give to you because nobody is going to have your butt to kiss when people are trying to help you, and then the only thing you gonna do is disregard the doctor's orders and go home during a hurricane, and you still ain't right. And according to these people, what kind of medicine you give? Because you done signed out, and some people saying that they don't even prescribe medicine to folk who go against the doctor's order. So is you lying or the doctor's lying? Are you over embellishing the situation or something? Because again, it's not if I believe you're not, what you doing? That's all. And if you sit up here online talking about it and you over here on everybody else's channel talking about it, you don't think we gonna listen just like people came to listen to you in that road situation. You don't think people gonna come and listen to you and wonder what's really going on with you and talk about it, especially when you said you done checked out against doctor's orders. If you don't think we gonna talk about it, you wrong. And you can get pissed off and mad all you want to. You ain't gonna do nothing about it, but just sit and listen.
okay, Mr. Jay Wilson, I appreciate you
Yeah,
for
you're welcome.
letting me up, but I'm getting ready to drop down because I don't know these people for real.
I got you, baby. All right. Thank you, Y. I appreciate it.
All
Nice
right, have a good
talking
one.
with you.
All right, y'all. The Miss O girl, look, let me say this. I don't know. I think the thing that gets me the most, and like I said, I would have been kept my mouth shut, but since you're gonna bring it back up, I'm gonna come on up here and run my mouth some more. But what gets me is people are more concerned about you checking out that hospital against the doctor's orders. But now you bringing the money thing into it. And my thing is, I brought that up because people are like, hey, we investing in you because we want you to get better. But hell, if you're going to keep on defying doctor's orders, then you know what's going on. And now you done brought up a whole situation where people think that your claims are over exaggerated because they were saying, well, how you doing all of that? And now people calculating, did they go through your groin to push the thing up, which it don't even matter to me. I'm only going to take you by your word. But my thing is this, don't sit here and disrespect people who gave to you and act like somebody want their money back. No, that's your guilty conscience talking. That's what that is.
Right.
He used that. He used that term again, Indian giver. No, nobody ain't Indian. 'Cause this is the thing. Nobody asked, did you hear me ask for money back, Gigi? D Miss O, did you ever hear me ask for money back?
No. He's
Okay.
Mm-mm.
trying to manufacture beef. That's what he's trying to do, Chill. It's
Pastor, I hope
sad.
you catch Brian live. He started off sounding down and sick. Then a few minutes later, he started sounding like his old self. Child, and went
I'm
and
not
others
watching.
while lighting him a smoke. Right there, right there,
I'm
right
not
there,
watching that. I'm not watching
right
that.
there. And then be the first one to talk about stump down. He demonic and stuff. But I'm gonna
Lighting
say
the
this.
smoke. If he just got out of the hospital for blood clot.
Let me say
Right.
this. I'm gonna
Right.
say this. Slump down and our relationship is probably contentious at best, but I really don't pay Slump down no attention. I had a chance to hear him talk about the people praying and all that stuff, and I get it. And the thing is, again, I did what I wanted to do because I wanted to do it, period. And that's who I am. But you sat there and proved Stump Down's point. Again, you doing all of this drama, all of this stuff. And then this is what people get. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, people are not Brian. When the chips really fall down, and when the rubber really meets the road, and you gonna need somebody, folk ain't gonna be there. Because again, you don't treat people like you're treating people and expect people to really do something for you. And now the people said that you up there smoking, you sit up there smoking now, child by child by. Let me say this. You all, I pray. It is my prayer. First of all, to be healthy. It is my prayer not to have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
But baby, if I do go to the hospital and if somebody does something for me,
Right.
I'm gonna be grateful because
Yeah.
people don't have to come out their hard-earned money to do shit for nobody. Do you hear me?
Right.
Folk don't have to do nothing for you. And when you act like it's people's obligation that they help you, and when you telling people that there ain't no refunds, that means you are guilty. That means you got issues already. And,
Right.
and I know you crazy as cat pee, and I'm gonna leave you alone. And I hope you find yourself a good therapist because you are going to need one because your priorities are not right. And again, I don't talk about your mom being deceased. I don't. I've never said anything about your mom disparagingly, but I am going to equate this to you. Unfortunately, this is why you feeling guilty because you don't even treat yourself right. And I know if you don't treat yourself with dignity and you don't treat yourself right, then you wouldn't be able to treat your mama right. And this is why you going through all of this stuff. It seems like a lot of guilt is bothering you. It seems like a lot of stuff is going on with you because maybe you were supposed to do something and you didn't do something. And it
Mm.
seems like you break promises to not only your siblings probably and your mama. It seems like you break promises to your own damn self. That's why.
Right.
That's why I'm going to buy out and I'm going to really highly consider this because I know people need help and I'm not going to stop helping people because some selfish person. But I'm going to tell you what, I'm telling you, if God don't speak to me, if God don't touch my heart, baby, not one dime. I'm telling you because again, something is going to come back up and you're going to need somebody. And these folk going to remember how you treated them. Nobody don't have to do anything for you. And nobody ain't asked for that money back. So stop trying to play that game that somebody's asking for money back. Now, there are some content creators who would have asked for that money back. There are some content creators who would have said, give me my money back. I'm not one of those. Because again, we don't want you to be homeless. And that was my call to help you because I didn't want to see your fat ass being homeless on the street. You already had an issue where you had to get toilet paper and ramen noodles from Lady Nika. So we know you done had some hard times, and we didn't want you to go through hard times again. But honey, if God don't speak to me from heaven, honey, if it ain't no burning bush in my backyard, huh, 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 huh. Now I'm not talking about for anybody. I'm talking about for Brian.
Right.
Honey, if Jesus don't send a sacrificial lamb, huh, huh, huh? If he don't provide 5 loaves, 5 fish, and 2 fish and 5 loaves,
Yeah.
baby, it ain't happening. I'm talking about Old Testament miracles. I'm not talking about this New Testament stuff. I'm talking about Old Testament miracles. I ain't doing it.
Mm, mm, mm. I think it's
Okay, toilet paper and ramen noodles from Lady Nika.
I think it's dangerous. I think it's triggering. I think people in the beef sector are very generous, very understanding, very level headed. So when Jay Wilson came out here and did what you did, we supported it. But some people held back. Well, now we know why they held back. Nobody is at
And I'm
fault.
not blaming people. Did you all hear me say if you don't feel led to
No, no,
give,
that's my
don't?
point. That's my point. Nobody's at fault because you felt how you felt and they felt how they felt. But this person is not doing whatever they need to do to stay alive and healthy. So nobody should be feeling bad at this point. No one.
Honey, Elijah had to come back in a whirlwind, and I got to see the whirlwind, honey. Okay, before I even do, I'm talking about Moses and the baby, honey. I'm talking about it has to be a baby floating somewhere in the river, honey. Before, Jesus better do it, honey. Okay, I'm
Indeed,
telling you. Because again, y'all, this is the problem with folk. They think people are obligated to do something for them, and people are not obligated. And I know a lot of content creators are gonna make this content, and I know they are, and I'm ready for it. But this is the thing: don't get mad. You came on with that camera, was showing them teeth with them braces on it, acting like you was about to go and the blood clot done got to your lungs that day. Okay, like it was about to happen. Okay, you was the one sitting there with them glassy eyes, sitting there looking like Rosie Greer over there up in that hospital gown over there. That was you. That was you. And I knew, let me tell you something, I knew I'm like, it's gonna be either people gonna help him or people gonna talk about him. And I knew and he got both of them. And what I suspected happened. But I would never think that this situation would happen. That you would come turn on these people. And let me say this, y'all. I could understand, but let me say the doctor, this is according to him. He left the ICU, IVs, and all of those drips.
Mm-hmm.
You took that stuff off. You left. And you think that the people in the beef set are gonna say, "Oh, Brian, that's gangster mess," or "Oh, you did that." Don't let them people hold you hostage. No, no,
Mm-hmm.
because you were the one who said you fell out on that hard concrete
Right.
with your face down to the ground. Okay, ready to be looking like ghosts. Sam Weed. Okay, you
Yeah.
was the one who was about to be looking like ghosts over there with Whoopi Goldberg. That was you. And so folk felt some kind of way about that. And you up here giving all of this. Oh, let me tell you something. When people down and out, oh, I'm gonna tell it today. I'm
Right.
gonna tell it today. When people down and out, and when folk think that they back is against the wall and rent ain't gonna be paid, honey, they will cry to Jesus. Honey, they will say, I don't want to be homeless. Honey, they will give you a whole EGOT, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and a Tony. Whole EGOT performance over there. All right. And then as soon as they feel like they 10% better, here they gonna act up.
Scamming. Sorry. I said it. Nobody wants to say it. I said it. I'm sorry. How can you use your body, your life, your livelihood, your temple, whatever you all refer to your body and your mental and your physical? That's not a joke. Make a joke about the shoes you got, the socks, my Bernice. Make a joke about that. But you're not gonna make a joke about my physical health because that's
people
energy.
catching.
That's
See,
energy.
trademark. People catching that. People catching that. It was over. I was over it when he first said they scheduled him surgery for 11:30, but he was waiting for the doctor to come in to discuss options.
What?
Child. Facts.
Wow.
If someone else come up, it's going to be very tough time when nobody is standing behind him. That's right, baby, because nobody ain't gonna be doing all of this.
Well, thank you
This
for
is
having me. I'll
crazy.
enjoy the rest of the
Yeah, I'm
show.
about to hop down too, child. This is too hot for
This is
me.
Mm-hmm.
too triggering. Y'all have a good night.
All right, y'all
You
have a good
too.
night. All right.
You too.
Udi, Miss O, it's crazy. Look, I said what I said. Now look, I wouldn't have said nothing. I wouldn't have came on. but somebody tried to build a whole Family Dollar, and it was a whole blank space. And I said, well, I might as well build my Walmart super center. And that's exactly what I did, because everybody can win. Okay. And my thing is, I don't apologize for what I said. I meant what I said. I meant what I said. You may not like the tone it was given in. People try to be nice, but when folks take advantage of it, and then you out here of all people trying to call people Indian givers, first of all, you need to be stopped, because that's a shame. That's a term. That's a term that culture gave to those indigenous people. And let me tell you something, those indigenous people were not Indian givers. Those indigenous people kept those people alive so they could see another harvest. And what did they get? Smallpox, measles, things that they weren't used to. And then they took their land. So I don't think the indigenous people were Indian givers. So stop using that name. First of all, it's a derogatory term. First of all, it's a slap in the face to our indigenous brothers and sisters out there. And then nobody ain't asked you to give back nothing. At least I didn't. So stop acting like everybody's asking for some money back, because they know you need it. That's number two. Sister T, I know. And like I said, and like I said, I don't have any guilt. I don't have any shame. I don't have any regret for doing it. Because I just hope that he reflects on this and realize that the beef sector is not going to take foolishness without repercussions. I hope he understands that when the beef sector gives you something, they have a mind that you're going to do the right thing. And Brian, you did not do the right thing. You, according to you, went against the doctor's orders. That was you. You were in the ICU. So don't get mad at us now that we turn around and say, what is the hell wrong with you? And don't beg for another dime if you ain't going to do what the doctors say. Because nobody is going to invest in you to take yourself out sooner than you need to be. People could have given that money to somebody who really needed the help if you were going to do that. And nobody ain't asking for their money back. That's your guilty conscience speaking. Yeah, he done burned bridges. And let me say this, I am glad. And for the mere fact, he needs to know that's how serious people were concerned about him, because they didn't want his fat ass homeless or dealing with financial. Most of the stuff was given because of his financial situation. And if that's how you scamming now, and if that's how you doing it, then yeah. And guess what? You got your gift and you got your reward. And that's what I'm going to say about that. And that's what I'm going to say about that. And nobody ain't asked for a dime, because at the end of the day, people don't want to see your fat ass out on the street. That's what that's really saying. And if people care that much about you, you should have enough dignity and decency to care about your own damn self and listen to the doctors. No, trademark. No, let me say this, trademark. The first of all, I know that he had issues before. My thing is, Brian has had financial situations going on. Okay? And again, I don't have a problem. What's done is done. My thing is, don't come out here telling folk that you done checked yourself out of the hospital. So my thing is, if he lied about it, that's between him and God. I did what was right for me. I felt that, hey, this dude don't need to be homeless. And so it is what it is. yeah, he calling everybody out. He don't like to be accountable. And let me say this. Let me tell you what really got me now, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. The apology to Queen Tulsa, child. I'm like, that's gonna be all good for about a day or three, and he'll be back cussing her out and talking about transgender people. Child, moving right along. No PDP. He was admitted into a hospital. Okay, he was admitted into a hospital, but he didn't want to stay in the hospital. And I believe this is not his first go round in the hospital, because when he fell out on the concrete, he had left against the doctor's orders then too. And this is why he came up, I guess, saying that y'all need to listen to the doctors, and I'm definitely going to listen to the doctors because this is serious and all of this stuff, only for him to do the same thing that he did the first time. Well, anyway, y'all, I'm almost done. I done said what I had to say, and I don't care if he like it or anybody else like it. I done said what I need to say. And my thing is, um, Sister T, I don't really know now because people be lying so much. You don't really know. Sister T, to be honest, folk be lying so much. Folk be lying so much. So I don't even know. I don't even know. You can't, again, you came out here saying, I don't want to be here no more. I feel so bad. How did I get to this point? How did I let myself go like this? And I got some bad news from the doctor. And y'all, I'm going to be leaving here. I'm going to be leaving here. You did all of that. You did all of that. Then you was happy that you was going to get some Wegovy. Okay, folks helping you out with that. Okay? Then all of a sudden you at the hospital. Then you went to work. Then you fell out on the concrete. Then you up there in a hospital gown. Okay, looking like Sugar Bear, all up in that hospital gown. Them glassy eyes and them steel teeth, and crying and catching your breath. I don't understand how you doing all that and you ain't had no problem cussing nobody out on that platform. You have to catch your breath then. You ain't need no oxygen in. And that's only been a day or two ago. Girl, bye. Too blessed to be stressed. That's what people saying. Oh Lord. And y'all, let me say this. It doesn't bother me. The thing that gets me, and again, I understand y'all question now, is it a lie or is it the truth? And my thing is, why you leaving the hospital with a blood clot? And now a lot of people saying that if he really had a blood clot to go to his lungs, he wouldn't be able to walk out. And let me say this, if that blood clot got to your lungs, then baby, you got your lung capacity back real quick. Really quick. Mm-hmm. That may be true. And you can't get mad at it. And see, this is the thing. People cause their own problems. You don't have to always come up here and let folk know what's going on. That should be between you, your family, and your doctor. But you brought it on to YouTube. And then, of course, it benefited you because people didn't want to see you hungry. People don't want to see you hungry, or people don't want to see you homeless. And then you turn around, and again, nobody don't care. We're glad that you got that money because we didn't want to see your ass homeless. But I tell you what, folk gonna think twice about it because you just pretty much just shitted on people. And folk don't take that lightly. Child, don't ask me. I'm gonna leave it in the Lord's hand. Anyway, I'm gonna drop this link one more time just in case somebody want to have some comments, baby. I just came on to build my Walmart, to be honest, because I pretty much said the same thing that I said yesterday. The only thing is, now people picking apart your story, whether when you kept your mouth shut, nobody would be picking apart your story. But now, since you running your mouth, people like, well, how your lung capacity got back all together and all of this stuff. And now you talking about going to Vegas, but yet you got blood clots and you gonna get on a plane. Child, bye. PDP, I tend to believe that, but I'm not going to disregard other people's comments because it could be very well possible. And can I say something? I ain't mad at Brian. Am I disappointed? Yeah. I was more upset how he treated people. And what I mean by that is, again, you left the hospital against doctor's orders after saying that you learned your lesson. Obviously, you haven't. And so I think that's a big thing. But I'm not mad at him because at the end of the day, I got my insurance. And if I need to do what I need to do, I'm going to do what I need to do. Period. It just don't make no sense. I don't care what kind of attacks he had. Beat Inquirer. I listened to a little bit, and that's why I said, let me come over here and open my Walgreens. But again, Brian, nobody told you to come to YouTube. Nobody told you to come and tell everybody your problems. Obviously, you had an expectation of it, and you got it. But then you thought you were going to have this situation without people questioning your bad decisions. And now you get mad because now people thought you wanted the attention and now you got it. Child, let me say this. I have no desire to listen to it. I don't have no desire to listen to it because everything I said, I meant, and I'm saying right here. PDP, it won't be. Look, I have no desire. I already know what's like. And this is the thing, y'all. Now, let me tell you what really got me. When he said he had something to say about Honest Row, I'm going to tell you what my first thought was. I'm like, well, maybe Honest Row did something or said something to him that upset him and they're no longer friends. Did Honest Row betray him while he was in the hospital? That's what I'm really thinking. I mean, or I said, did Honest Row do something for him and he wants to talk about it? I really didn't know what he wanted to talk about. That's the honest truth, y'all. Child, it was about Honest Row talking to him about what he was talking about, and y'all heard it. And I'm like, I know you lying. And so I'm gonna be humorous. And I'm like, and I'm a comedian. So my thing is, I'm like, so that's where the other blood clot went. And then since they was on there, then what got you aroused? I want to know what Honest Rose said. What did he say? Not because I was interested. I mean, baby, I'm getting the tea for the people. Okay. It was, a lot of people over here. I'm like, let me get the tea. But as I'm doing this, I'm like, I know you lying. Now, how you just get out the hospital and this is what you wanted to tell us? And then it made it look bad because I'm like, you throw an Honest Row under the bus. Y'all didn't catch that? You throw an Honest Row under the bus. And Honest Row, you like to be used. I'm telling you, Honest Row, you are a poster child for abuse because I'm like, this man is using you. He is saying that you was trying to seduce him. And you was trying to get him all there. Now, Honest Rose said he just felt that he could talk. Baby, baby, baby. I was like, both of y'all look crazy. But Honest Rose, you really look crazy because this man is trying to prop up himself like he is the bomb diggity at your expense, and you don't even see it. And Honest Rose, it didn't help you that you flew out to LA and didn't get to see the man. And then we find out that y'all supposed to be in Vegas together, girl. I'm like, y'all crazy. And Honest Rose, you just the brunt of everybody's jokes right now. And you looking crazy out here, Honest Rose. Crazy. And it wasn't bad enough that the Simon situation happened with Brian. And then y'all heard Brian say it seemed like you just like the straight men and everything. So Brian, I guess it was some get back. I don't know. But Honest Rose, you looking crazy out here. I'm just being real. And Honest Rose, you sitting up here. Honest Rose, let me tell you something, baby. If you ain't looking like a pastor's wife, the pastor done got caught cheating and you stand by him. You standing by your man. And so, Honest Rose, you standing by this foolishness. This man just do you under the bus. You looking like a whole thirst trap out here. A thirst trap. And now Brian trying to use the situation with you and him to deflect the situation of him checking out that hospital early and people really questioning his illness. Child, y'all think y'all slick. We see y'all. And Honest Rose, you think you getting some clicks and views off of this, and baby, you just looking thirsty. And everybody now think you the YouTube beast at the thirst trap. Girl. I'm like, did you just put Honest Rose out there? And then Brian was getting a little upset when Honest Rose started dropping the tea on him. Did y'all catch that? When Honest Rose said, well, you like both. And he was like, wait a minute. Honest Rose about to drop that tea. And Honest Rose was a little nervous, but Honest Rose wanted to drop that tea because Honest Rose was feeling a little vulnerable. Okay, looking like the whole thirst trap. Child. Y'all ain't think nobody can catch that? I ain't saying, but looking like a whole thirst trap. Baby, nobody ain't judging you. We just saw what we saw. And I don't know why you think that's cute, Honest Rose. That's not a cute look. This man threw you under the whole damn bus. Talk about something, are we good, Honest Rose? Because you know how I am. That man threw you under the whole bus. And Honest Rose, if you was a good friend, you would have been like, you know what, Brian, you really don't need to be dealing with this now. You need to be getting your health right. You need to stay at that hospital. Child, y'all crazy. You crazy, he crazy. Y'all crazy, Ro. And Ro, I'm telling you, Ro, I don't know about you, Ro. I don't know about you, Ro. I think you need a caretaker because something wrong. Something wrong. You almost 40 and you still doing this foolery? Talking about I'm learning myself. Well, you almost 40. If you don't know you by now, you will never know you. Okay? Ooh, what's wrong with you? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You can say what you want. You done flew out to LA. I don't know who this Aladdin and the Seven Thieves were, but they said they people talking about Aladdin. Then you got this Simon situation, and now this Brian situation. And you don't think nobody gonna talk about that honest road? Are you serious? I know you. I know you lying to me. A whole man at 40 still going to the washateria and putting coins in the laundry machine and don't have no washer and dryer hookup. Child, you better go sit down and get out my face talking about something. You can't judge me. Well, you bring your ass right on YouTube, don't you? Doing this foolish stuff, and you think nobody ain't gonna talk about it? Girl, still using coin laundry at the washateria down there on the street. Who doing that? Child, you better go on somewhere and sit down. That man made you look like a whole fool up here, throwing you over here, and he propping up himself to make you look like a thirst trap. Okay, it didn't matter if you cared or not. I'm still gonna care because I don't care when you say stuff about me either. I don't care. But I tell you what, I'm not gonna sit here and let no man say that, oh, you was talking dirty to me because you wanted me, and then people have to come in there and say that. That man wants you to look a whole thirst trap, honest road. Did y'all plan this? Did y'all plan this? Because I know you couldn't have this plan. I know you couldn't have no man making you look crazy. No way in your spirit to say, you know what, honest road, this ain't right. This man is making you look like a thirst trap like you really want him. Y'all silly. Y'all crazy as cat pee. You and Brian. That's why y'all close, because you crazy. And it seems like Brian like crazy people. If it ain't Billy, it's Ro. What's your see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? It's Billy. It's Billy. And y'all, we know Billy testimony. Okay? Child. And then, Ro, you just getting out of a situation where folk taking your money. And now you, child, let me move on. You see, this is why all gays ain't created equal. Because, honey, it's the level of gayness. And this gayness here, I'm not used to this, okay? I'm not used to this level of gayness of crazy. Ooh, Jesus. And then they don't know if they want to be gay or straight. They don't know if they be in and out. I'm listening to y'all and I'm like, because my friends don't know. Child, they already know. I'm so tired of y'all. Let me drink some of my water. He sat there and threw Ro all under the bus. And Ro sitting up there grinning and skinning. Oh my God. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. But did y'all see what I saw? Am I wrong? Please tell me if I'm wrong. I have to listen to other advice and other people's stuff. Am I wrong? I'm gonna say this too, Ro. I know y'all don't like Stump Down, but some of this stuff, y'all just walking right on into it. He is calling y'all out like a prophet. He calling y'all out like a prophet. Do you hear me? All of this foolery. Child. And let me tell you something, Ro. When you start talking about the stuff that he wanted, that he said to you, oh, it got real, Ro. And then here you talk about something. You want me to tell it? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. But it's okay if he tell all the stuff, but on you. But you can't tell no stuff on you. Y'all, I'm like, Ro, don't let nobody shush you. He was telling it all on you. But when it was time for you to tell it on him, it got real sensitive. Child, y'all both crazy. Oh Lord, let me tell you something. So, like I said, you don't have to like what I say. I don't care. Ro ain't doing that. Ro don't have no backbone. Ro is a get along to get on to get along. I mean, really. And for the mere fact that you talking about something sharing a room with these men, child, I'm like, look, and then just crazy, just crazy, just crazy. And it's deeper than him leaving the hospital without the doctor's orders. But then to come on after you done had a blood clot, okay, allegedly, and you got all of the scrumps to do that. But yet a day ago, you was looking like you about to Skype Jesus and that y'all was about to have a conversation and you was about to come on up to bright glory. Okay. You act like you was about to go see your mama and all of your loved ones that gone on before how you was acting. And then all of a sudden you get this miraculous healing and you cussing out folk and doing all kind of stuff. And now you telling folk that they ain't getting no refund and nobody never asked you for no money back. At least not that I know of. I know I didn't. Child got a miraculous healing. Oh Lordy. And I know Ro gonna be mad. I don't care. What people need to be doing is be working on a washer and a dryer hookup and stop going to that washateria. You too old to be spending quarters up in the washateria. And that's what I'm saying. All of this money on a hotel. First of all, the Sheraton 4 Points, all of that money on the parking and a rental car, all that money you spent, you could have had a whole washer and dryer. At least a stackable. Okay? Child, people priorities wrong. And this man up here making you look crazy. With friends like that, who needs enemies? I'm just saying. Anything else before I go? I tell you, I don't care if y'all pissed off at me. I'ma tell it. I'ma tell it. And if I see it, I'm gonna say it. Like I said, now I come on here talking about Vegas, talking about the registration, folk talking about registration. I don't give a damn. Because we know what we doing is right. We ain't never stole nothing from nobody. I ain't worried about it. You hear me? But you coming on here telling people that you was about to be homeless and stuff and all of this, and then and nobody ain't asked for no refund. I know. It's just guilt. It's just guilt. Nobody ain't even asked for no refund. That's what get me. Nobody ain't asked for no refund. Child. Okay, Sister T, I'm bringing you on. Sister T.
You know, I wasn't trying to hit your link. I'm here honestly. I'm just what he mad at me for? I didn't tell you to rip me
Because you over there with Stump Down, and because of that he pissed off because these people don't care. Again, anybody who hang out with somebody they don't like, they attack. But my thing is, you know what? If you doing right by people, you shouldn't have to worry about nothing. But you know you ain't do right by them people. You know that you should have stayed at let me say this, Sister T. See, some people are questioning his medical situation. Some people are saying he's embellishing his story.
I'm one of them. Go ahead.
Okay, let me say this, but that don't even bother me. Okay, the thing is, you have the unmitigated gall and the audacity to come up here to say that you left the IC room against the doctor's orders to go home. My thing is, people gave you money because they didn't want to see you homeless, and you the one who's sitting up here telling folk that We should follow the doctor's orders because you done fell out on that concrete down there in Houston and people found you. And again, you was about to go to bright glory and meet your blessed Savior and get your cabin up in the sky. And then all of a sudden, what you just told people to do, here you are not doing it, and then get mad because people calling you out on it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what I think, and I understand how you feel, and you're entitled to how you feel. But uh, I think the man had medical problems, but I think he not only exaggerated a lot of that shit. I think he lied, and I think he did it for cash apps. And now that I know that you went off on me for no reason, I know that you did. And you being convicted right now. That's why you upset with everybody. That's why you going off. Ain't nobody, I haven't heard anybody ask for their money back. And we already know, no, you ain't gonna give it back because you ain't got it to give back. And trust me, they don't want the money back. If they wanted it back, they wouldn't have gave it to you. I knew not to give you a fucking dime because the first time you went into the hospital, I saw you hit the live button and I was like, nah. You may be going through some thing and you may be sickly, but you ain't that motherfucking sick. And that's just my opinion. I think you lied to these people. I think that you have fucked up. Trust me, the next time you need help, they're not going to be there for you. And I hope they don't, because they don't deserve to be treated the way they was when I came out their pocket. I bet you anything is people probably had $10. They gave you motherfucking $5 of it. And that's exactly how low down and dirty people like this is. Now, Jay Wilson, I say again, I know this y'all people, but I saw this shit from the bushes. I saw this from my own sector. I did a live the first time he went to the hospital and this time. Both times my audience felt that he was overdoing it. I'm just being honest. They saying that he was doing it for the cash app. They literally saying that they understand that he was in the hospital and he was sick, but just something wasn't right about this story. So you can get mad at me all you want to. I don't give a fuck. I may let my audience hear what you said about me. I may not. Either way, you can kiss my ass for real.
But look, Sister T, I really don't care. People up there talking about something, go listen. Child, I listen to enough. And I'm like, let me come on and build my Walmart. And we all gonna make some money on this tip. Okay, I ain't gonna sit there and let you make all the money. I'm gonna make some as well. So my thing is to go back and listen. Let me say this. I didn't do anything wrong.
No,
people gave because they really felt that they didn't want your behind to be homeless. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And again, my thing is it's always gonna be another season. And maybe one day you're gonna really need it.
Yep.
And honey, folk gonna think about this situation.
It's gonna be soon, though. It's gonna be soon. It's gonna be sooner than later. He's gonna try not to ask for help, but he ain't gonna have no other choice. And when he do, people gonna look at him. He's gonna find. So I advise you to keep get you 2-3 jobs, because I'm telling you, the people that actually that supported you and stood behind you, they're not gonna do it anymore, because they're gonna know, due to the fact of your behavior, that you full of shit. And I'm gonna leave it like that. I wish no harm on you. I don't care what you say about
all
me.
I'm gonna do is pray.
I wish no harm. I'm gonna leave you where you at. Good luck, cause see, I ain't gonna have to touch it. Life gonna touch it. So Sister T ain't gonna have to do nothing. Life gonna do it to you. So the people that you hurt, trust me, honey, you're gonna pay for it, because there's some people actually really was feeling that this man was at the end of his, we was really, to lose things and even his life. And they helped him because of that, Jay Wilson. And I'm gonna be honest with you, not even God gonna forget that one. So because he's playing
all I'm gonna do is pray. So when something happens again, I'm just gonna pray, and I'm like, Lord, do it. That's all I'm gonna say. Because let me tell you something. When you start bothering me, I don't start praying long prayers. I just say, Lord, do it. And however God wants to do it, that's how He's gonna do it.
Well, thank you for having me up here, Jay Wilson. I thought it was hilarious that he felt that he had to cuss Sister T out, but trust me, honey, stand in line. I'm used to it. But I meant what I said. I think you was overdoing it. I think you was faking a lot of it. I'm glad that I didn't donate to you, because I would normally donate to somebody like you. I'm just glad I didn't fall for your scam, because it was a scam and you scammed your own people. And I think you're done. I don't even think they're going to be there for you next time. And that, I'm glad. So I'm out of here, Jay Wilson. You take care of yourself and continue being Jay Wilson. Help people that need help. Don't change because of one zoo animal.
I'm not Sister T, but like I said,
don't change because of one zoo animal.
You only have one time, though. You only
Yeah,
have one time
that's
to be
right.
playing with me like that. And like I said, once you do me, baby, I'm good. I'm good.
Take care of yourself, Jay Wilson. All
You
right.
too.
And Brian, honey, when we see you in that bed next time, good luck.
Okay, Sister T. You done heard that from Sister T. Now, like I said, if I see him in that bed next time, I'm gonna say, Lord, do it, and I'm gonna keep on moving. And I don't feel bad for what I did. And I want y'all to know that. I really don't feel bad. I'm glad he let people know how much the beef sector really cares about people, because what the beef sector did, not only Jay Wilson, but what the beef sector did was say, look, we don't want you homeless. What the beef sector did said, we want you to be able to make it and be able to pay your rent. That's what the beef sector said. So thank you for letting us know how much that the beef sector blessed you. And you remember that, because I don't know if people gonna be generous how you behaving at this particular point. So look, I'm gonna drop this link one more time, baby, and I'm gonna call it a night. But baby, look, I came up here because it was time for me to build old nasty piece of Walmart. And Honest Row coming up here, and Honest Row, I ain't mad at you. I'm just calling it out. That man made you look like a whole thirst trap up here. Because I felt some kind of way, Pastor. And Honest Row was telling me all of this. And so what he was saying, Honest Row, that you were telling him the stories to seduce him so you would want him. And that's what he's saying. And so now you looking crazy and he pulling you all out there, right? Now, you up here saying that, oh, you know, you thought that he was your friend and you could talk to him like that. And both of y'all sounding foolish. I don't even know. I don't even know. Look, y'all, I'm getting ready to call it a night. It was real. Hit the like button, share the video, and I will be talking to y'all later. Peace and love. We see what we going through, but it is what it is. So y'all have a good night. Peace and love. I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road wouldn't be easy, but I don't believe you brought me this far to leave me. I truly believe that. And we still gonna bless folk. But I'm telling you, this is why folk hold their pockets, because folk ain't all forthcoming. All right. Y'all take care. Peace and love.